Anyways, so the aliens got after me because I told that story last night about beating that dude's ass to the point of his whole personality was fucked. And he was weighing about 200, I was weighing about 130. And he was actually a solid person. He was a lot stronger than me. But I was mad. And I was, but either way, they were picking on me a lot. And he told me I had to hit the button or fight him. And so that's humiliating. So I said, no, okay, I guess I'll fight you. And so what the aliens made me feel was like something special because he was the pod leader. He had all these special privileges and stuff. And after that, he got kicked out of the pod. He was beating up a mentally handicapped person and kicking him while he's on the ground. He was pulling the craziest shit, the most aggressive, vicious person after that fight in the entire pod by a lot. And the reason that they're getting after me is okay. So what they're doing is they're making me feel like I'm not allowed to think about special things, really special things. So something special is being taken away from me because he was kind of I don't know. I guess he was a special inmate or whatever. He was trustworthy and this type of thing that was taken from society. So they're taking things from me like that. And then this morning there was this thought in my mind that was, well, what if the people watching me are essentially like crazed military people who perceive some kind of a weapon in we're the government, we got to know what it's saying all the time, or we're the government, we have to know what's going on with you all. Like you kind of understand what I'm saying, like you're the weapon, you know what I mean? We got to know what's going on, yeah, or something like that, you know what I mean? Like we got to know what it's saying, we got to know we got to know, Anyways, that notion was in my mind. And the alien's not, I don't think, trying to reinforce that notion because last night they seemed to kind of indicate, because I was talking to him over the phone, I go, let me know, like, I need to know what's causing you to ring that bell and ring the air tag. And as I was asking the question of, are you doing it, is it supposed to be intimidation? They made it beep before I even got to the end of my sentence because they knew what I was about to say. If you're a little older than somebody, you can assent, not just a little bit, like a week or two, but like a year or something like that, or several years. You can kind of gauge what's in their head. It doesn't mean you can always outthink them, but you can gauge what's in their head better than a younger person can gauge what's in an older person's head. So I think they knew what I was about to say, what I was about to ask. Anyways, but to my point, the alien. So the thought was that, okay, so this possibility that these government people are, they're not acting out of, they're wrong, you know what I mean? But they're doing what they have to do because that's not necessarily the case, but it feasibly or theoretically, possibly, maybe, okay? The government, the military people, like in our war, it says he has to be like taught as a bowstring, you know what I mean? They have to be essentially wound up, you know what I mean? And so what it's saying is that what it's suggesting, see, it made me feel like assaulted just as I was contemplating this possibility. And I was pissed off because I left my earbuds on the table. And I don't know if it was, I think I was just pissed off about the earbuds being left on the table because there's a microphone on them. Everything's supposed to be in Faraday. And I don't know if I was still contemplating the thought of that, the psychoscientists, military people needing to be on my phone. But I think that what it was that I was thinking to myself, I was being mad that I was being monitored. Because either way, I think I was thinking about both at the same time. Either way, so as I was going upstairs, then it was like I felt like squatted. You know what I mean? Like I had been God, Alex, get off my fucking phone, dude. Please, you're not a winner today because of that short little man syndrome, I'm a fraud, can't face myself, prick. Okay, anyways, so let me get back to the subject. So, but yeah, I feel like, so what they're saying is, you know, somebody did something, like you're being made to feel like somebody's doing something to you. God, Alex, stop, dude, stop. This video is going on the internet, okay? You haven't measured up today because of this, okay? Stop. All right. So what I'm saying is that I feel like what they did was to say, so it's essentially the assault of, you know, you're being made to feel like, you know, somebody did something to you who was wrong, but at the same time wasn't out of line. Okay? Because see, what I did to him, I beat him up like that. I beat him up like that to the point of he was never the same again. And all I did was hit him about 2 or 3 times. It's just how hard I hit him, you know? And you know, he wanted to like hug it out and like pretend fight. It wasn't gonna work. They had fucked with me so much. You see, and I was doing so much meditation, I was looking at it from the bigger perspective. Because people can't come to jail, right? And then just be treated like this. Everybody's picking on you constantly, trying to have, you know, confrontation with you every fucking day. Because after I got in a fight, it stopped. You see? So probably, you know, so who knows how many different ways that plays into compassion. But I think a lot of it is just, well, if the government isn't going to be able to, you know, stop that, then somebody's going to have to lay the gauntlet down, you know, and then you're going to have to basically, establish the rule through violence, you know, and that'll have to happen everywhere that it goes on like that, you know, and people don't need to be acting like that, you know, and that's what the alien is saying, is that he did it. But see, they know that you don't have a very high intelligence quotient, and they know that you're not going to be able to discern that kind of stuff. So you're always going to resort to anger. You know what I mean? And you're always going to be beholden emotionally to the state, and you're never going to be able to discern that and all that kind of stuff. You know? So they're basically pandering to a bunch of low IQ people. You know, a bunch of low IQ people who are always gonna, you know, lack the discernment of being able to understand shit like that. And that shit, it's just going on like that all the time.